Researchers from the University of Otago have studied 240,000 births between 2008 and 2012, specifically looking at the role and I guess the results of the lead maternity carer, which basically means if your lead maternity carer was a midwife versus a doctor or an obstetrician or a GP or something like that, in that realm as well. They cut out a few things. They cut out when someone moved from, say, a midwife to an obstetrician, and they cut out when the babies were born with abnormalities, etc. as well. They wanted sort of a group that didn't have any of that. And they found some really interesting things, and here's one of the things they found out which has caused quite a bit of consternation amongst some circles. They found out, quote, that doctor-led care resulted in a 55% lower chance of oxygen deprivation during delivery, a 39% lower chance of neonatal, am I going to go there? All right, encephalopathy.
Wow, that's a challenging word right there.
Which can result in brain injury, and a 40% lower chance of a low Apgar score indicating an unwell baby. So what it was basically showing was that
can you translate
doctor is better than midwife. Doctor / obstetrician.
That's what they're saying here. Based on what you just outlined, those parameters you just outlined before, that's effectively what they're saying. Doctor v midwife, doctor wins.
Yeah, which of course some of the midwife groups have come out responding not too well
as you would. That's not good for business, is it?
Rather than just maybe trying to paraphrase, let's play. This is a snippet from an audio from an interview on Radio New Zealand National, speaking to Karen Gulliland, who is the chief executive of College Midwives. She talked a little bit about why these results appeared to be as they are.
They say that the women that midwives look after are sicker, they're younger, they're poorer, they smoke, they register later, they're Māori and Pacific. We know that all those factors are related to the adverse outcomes that they've identified. So it needs to be looked at wider as to why those women don't get immediate access to an obstetrician. And what we're saying to you is that the DHBs are the ones you should be talking to. You should be asking why do those women not get immediate access to an obstetrician.
So it seems what she's basically saying, it's a chicken and an egg argument. Either they're getting worse results with midwives because Māori, Pacific Island, let's say poorer people go to midwives, and ones with money, wealthier people who can afford obstetricians and doctors go there. And she's saying you shouldn't be aiming so what she's saying is, are these bad results coming out because they're with midwives or because they're in those lower groups where there's alcohol and drugs and that sort of thing associated as well? And what she's saying is, don't aim your criticism at us, aim it at the DHB, because she thinks everyone should have a midwife and an obstetrician, and that comes to funding.
Well, she's flipped that round very nicely and raised a very good point, one that potentially has a lot of validity. I can only speak from personal experience, and we're both a midwife right through, and a doctor and midwife there right at the end. I mean, that's, and they were both absolutely outstanding on all occasions. So from my own point of view, I'd never had a drama with midwife whatsoever.
I think the thing to think about with research as well, it's a bit like there was the movie JFK, the lawyer, Kevin Costner's lawyer, and that played the lawyer, and he basically said, facts can show that an elephant can hang off a cliff with its tail tied to a daisy, but we all know it ain't so. Facts and figures and research can always be shaped however we want, because even the lead researcher, Ali Wernham, says they don't know what's driving the difference. So the research is there and it says this, but I don't think they've quite got to the point, which is why is it saying that? And that's probably the point to then say doctors are better than midwives, or midwives and doctors are the same, or, unknown answer still yet to come.
You raised a great quote there from that movie. That was that Oliver Stone movie, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that went on for about 4 days. Yeah, good stuff. But point well made, and I think that there's obviously there'll be more research on this particular phenomenon, I'm sure.